Okay, welcome everyone. Let's full start. Lesson 1 is about understanding principle and agreements. We have a 4 learning outcome and which we'll go through, and today lesson will go through our LO1. So LO1 is, can you see my screen all? Yes?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So we'll go through all these. Today lesson just will be focused on LO1. So let's will start, and couple of you already rate yourself, your knowledge of contract law between 5 or 6. Wherever you can write yourself, and the end of the lesson you can reflect anything you learn new and which carry on. Reflective practice is always good to be in a learning perspective. So what do you know about contract law? Anybody? Any thought about contract law? What is meant by contract?
Well, basically, it's a contract. The promise between two or more parties.
Okay, no problem. That's fine.
Contract law is the body of law that makes relationships between two parties enforcement by settlement with a contractual agreement.
Okay, great. So
Yeah.
is between two parties. It can be more than two parties, yeah. And
Yeah.
there can be offer and acceptance. Huh? So that's
Yeah. Basically it's a legal. That is a promise, but it's a binding. That legally bound. People are bound legally. So.
Okay, excellent. So it's a legal binding. So we learn. You know already. It's offer and acceptance. Legal binding, yes.
Yeah.
So we can say legal binding. Okay. So is it the contract is come under which law? We have two types of laws. One is called public law and one is a private law. So contract law is a private law, are also known as a civil law. Anybody knows what is the key difference between them, please? What is the key difference between public law and the private law?
One's private and one's general. So one's privatized and one's for the general public.
Okay, so if I'll say you the criminal law and civil law, yes?
Yeah. Criminal law is public and civil law is private.
Can I get a try after?
Yes, welcome, please. Yes, welcome.
Hi, can I get a try after regarding the difference between public law and private law?
Yes, please. Say yes.
Okay.
You can.
I would say that public law is law between the government and the citizen, and private law would be law that's between citizens.
Excellent. So civil law is between individuals, yes? Between organization or individuals. And the criminal law between states, yes? And individuals are between organizations. So if we'll say GDPR, we all know GDPR?
Yeah, gross domestic, that. Is it we are talking about legally, or we are talking about a GDPR business kind of?
It's called General Data Protection Regulation, yes?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Old 1998 DPA, Data Protection Act. So if we don't follow it, it will come under which law? We're discussing two laws, yes, criminal laws and the civil laws. But if you don't follow GDPR or DPA, yes? So it come under which?
DPA?
No, is it criminal matters or is it civil matters?
Sorry.
Let's say you leak the data of your clients, yes, because most of you already working in an organization.
Yes.
So if you don't follow Data Protection Act, so you will be charged under the criminal law, or you will be charged under civil law?
It's a civil law. Civil law, under the civil law.
Anyone else, please?
Is there no public law?
It is public law because
it's public because it's a criminal offense.
It is criminal offense. If you don't follow the regulation, these are rules, yes?
Okay.
these are rules, and civil law is principles. Do we know yes, what is the key difference between principles and the rule? These are the rules, yes, is a legislation which passed by the parliament. If you don't follow it, you can be charged as a criminal, yes. Other are the civil matter where you can pay the damages, yes. We heard about damages, yes.
Yeah.
So that's the key difference, huh? So under civil laws, what we supposed to be, under civil laws come contract law. We are doing just contract law, yes. Then we have a tort, property, trust, and family laws. Family matters is also civil matters. And public is come constitutional, yes, administrative are the criminal matters. All is come under the public law. Okay, any question there? Anyone?
So with me having a business, and if I was to employ someone and they were to steal my database, which contained loads of nurses and doctors, and they were to take it into a new business, that's known as public law. But
Yes,
under the
because
under
that's
the
a criminal
GDPR,
matter. That's criminal matter because you gave them training about Data Protection Act. They don't follow it. You can charge them. You can take them to court. Yes, under the
so
GDPR.
because I've got policies and procedures up to date, they would be breaking the binding contract. Is that right?
Yes. So in your business, we have some ethics. Yes.
Yes.
You already set some values. Yes.
Yep.
You have a mission. Yes.
Yep.
You have a compliance. Yes.
Yes.
So all these come ethics, value, mission, compliance, civil compliance that come under civil laws. Yes.
Yep.
You can make somebody if they don't comply your ethical principle even, huh?
Okay.
But if they don't follow, they can lose the job because of course within the employment law you have both elements there, huh? So it can be, this is the legislation everyone need to be follow, yes.
Okay, I'm just
and ethics, you can set your own quality standard as an organization, yes, to improve your operation. So that's a civil matters, yes, between you and your employees. Anybody, any other question? We can move next. Okay, next please. We have a key terminologies which we'll go through today lesson, and we have a contract law. What is meant by contract is a promise, yes, enforceable by law. Is a promise enforceable by law. Okay, it can be, I'm not really reading all the slides from these slides, but we need to pick the key points, you know what we're supposed to, huh? So can you see now full my screen? Yes. Okay, here we need these, all the elements should be there, 7 elements, yes. Normally an agreement, we're supposed to be offer and acceptance, somebody offering, somebody acceptance. What do you think? Is contract need to be written?
What happens if an attempt contract though? Is that still a binding contract if they're on attempt?
It can be verbal or it can be written, both.
Yes, so it can be both written and verbal. Okay. But one thing, there should be offer and acceptance. I met someone and somebody was the issue, like, you know, the company was demanding the money of advertising something, and actually the guy said no, he never signed a contract. Actually what's happened, he received a call from the company. They said we advertise on various newspapers and we can advertise your business. So the guy not understand properly because of course his native language wasn't English, and he said yes, everything he said yes. So by saying yes, it can become a contract because there was an offer and he accepted by saying yes. What do you think? It's become a contract at that point if somebody say yes.
Yeah, it is. I think so.
But don't you need to have evidence to back the case up? like saying it's verbal, is there enough evidence?
Yes, the call was recorded is evidence.
Oh,
Yeah?
right, okay, right, that makes sense. Yeah.
But he said only yes. He can't speak anything more than yes.
No, then he I mean that he has to say that yes, I accept whatever are your conditions and your contract.
So how we can
I
make sure we fully understand?
we can ask him. I mean that we can ask him. Do you understand whatever we explain you? Or,
Especially, of course, you all from here, and especially in UK, N-Power, an N-Power advisor, if you YouTube it, you can find it, yes. N-Power sale advisor used to be sell the contract, gas, electricity, energy contract, and they used to sign elderly people, and the people don't speak English, yes. So
okay.
in the contract, we need to check the capacity, yes, mental, yes.
Yeah.
Anybody can understand you what you're saying it. So we need to be, it won't be a contract. It's not enforceable in law if you don't have a capacity to do the contract, like a minor child, yes?
Okay.
Like if somebody drunk and we'll say, oh, sign here, and you, of course, you're not in a good mental level at that point, yes? So we can't say the contract because it need to be an offer, it need to be acceptance, it need to be consideration, it need to be capacity, it need to be certainty, yes?
Okay.
And it need to be intention. What your intentions are, huh? Any question here? Anyone?
Do you
Anybody?
need, so for instance, you're saying that they need to have capacity to show. Well, wouldn't, if they were needing to have capacity, wouldn't you need a second body to be there as a witness if they were lacking capacity?
Uh,
How would you monitor it?
you're absolutely right. That's why we need a carer to be sign it. Yes, it
Okay.
depends on NHS or various other capacities. Yes, various other nature of the business. So we need to be making sure. So that's all. And we have different type of contract: lease agreement, insurance agreement, financial agreement. That's all come under contract. Huh? These are the example of contract. Okay, contract law aim to provide the effective legal framework for contracting party to resolve their dispute and regulate the contractual obligation. Self-regulatory, with the majority of the contract required no interventions, which we need to be make sure. Court no consideration for whether the contract was fair or not. If it was agreed, it should be enforced. Yes, doesn't matter that was £500 or £10,000 worth of, yes, but you was agree and you was sound minded, you can understand it, yes. That's why but sometimes in the some profession, some terminology, normal human being maybe not understand those terminologies, huh? So we need to be make sure those understand. Agreement, law and the legal definition. Agreement is a meeting the mind and the mutual understanding, yes.
Yeah.
So that's we need to be in a contract. So what is the key difference between unilateral and bilateral? Anyone?
As a university in-house, and this university is open, online. So is it two different contracts? One's visionary and one's online.
Yes. So is a unilateral contract is a agreement in which an offer and promise to pay after the occurrence of the specific act. Yes. Like example of a unilateral contract is an insurance policy. Yes, which is usually partially, yes, unilateral. So I already copied here the link for you. Unilateral contract, which we'll go through further, is one party assume and the obligation under the contract. Yes.
Okay.
And the bilateral contract, all the party assume an obligation and under contract. Yes. All the party.
Yeah.
All the party clearing, trading, or the side deals, yes, refer to an agreement between parties. Or the state the aims to be keep trade. So we need to be make sure we have agreement there. It can be. So agreement usually informal between two and more parties, that's not enforceable. So if we'll start smoking together and we'll say there is no informal discussion, huh? Yes, so we need to be mutually agreed and acceptance, offer and acceptance. Yes, it's become a contract. So there are some example of unilateral, and which were further lessons we'll go through in detail. Anybody,
But
any question?
isn't a contract a documentation? So an agreement is a voice is like a vocal agree. So obviously like a vocal agreement between the two parties. But isn't a contract a document, a legal binding document? It's not a verbal agreement, is it?
Yes, but there should be offer and acceptance to become a formula.
So is that like a temp? So for instance, in the contract, 3 months probation, could that be an agreement or is that a contract?
Uh, it is the contract, but it's like not a permanent contract. Both party have a right to, yes, give the notice and leave the company. Yeah?
So is that an agreement?
Yes, because there was an offer. You offer the job, yes.
Yeah.
The other party accept it. It's become a contract. But
Right.
that
Okay.
contract is a time constraint, yes.
Yeah.
So it can be finished like 7 days cooling off period, 14 days, 28 days, yes. Sales
Okay.
good, not fit for purpose, and we have a various other things, which
Mhm.
is we've been given. So we need to look around those as well at that point.
Mhm.
But the key thing to be look around contract is offer and acceptance, consideration, yes, capacity. Those 7 points we need to look around should be in a contract, yes, and agreement, yes.
Yeah.
There agreement is offer and acceptance there. There was a consideration, yes, what we deliver, when we deliver, how, yes. All capacity the person accepted was the capable, yes, not was the underage, yes. Not mental health issues. Certainty is was certain, or it was the coronavirus. You was not certain to do things, yes.
Mm.
An intention. What was your intention? Yes, you just want to be sake of your one party benefit other than, yes, offer and acceptance is just based. So we need to always look to be legally justified it was the contract or not. So when offer, we can look around. Anybody knows what is meant by invitation to treat?
An invitation to what? Sorry.
Invitation to treat.
To creed.
Treat. You know how we treat each other. Treated.
No, I don't have the
Can
understanding
you
of
see
that.
on my slide? Yes. Invitation to treat. Yes. It needs to be in the offer. It's a just a offer. It's not a contract at the moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Agreement and acceptance. Then it's become a contract. Yes. Consideration. We need sufficient. Yes. Consideration. We need to look around the domestic agreements. It can be commercial agreement. We need to look around the terms which we'll go through for the lessons. Yes. Breaches. What are the breaches can be? Yes. What damages can be if we don't fulfill? Yes. All this is part of contract law, which we'll go through in detail each lesson. Any question there? Then the law of contract. We need to be look around the decision of the judge to regulate how the business should be done, help to reduce the conflict. Man, why we have a contract? Anybody know what is the purpose of contract? Why we need a contract?
Security.
Yes, of course. If we don't have, that's why written contract is more. Yes, but we have a technology. If we don't have a written, still it can be contract. Yes, because that's why. Maybe you are individually level. Anybody knows if we have a verbal contract, how we can get the information? Is it we are in the contract or not?
If you've got more than one person that has an acceptance of the agreement that you've proposed, if there's more than one to back up any conflict.
Okay. Let's say you have received a call from the company, yes?
Yeah.
Let's say mobile phone company, and they said, we are offering really nice package for you, yes?
Mhm.
And you said to them, oh, no problem, I'm really looking a contract, yes? And
Yeah.
I would like to choose this package, yes? Please send me information. Yes. What do you think? It's become a contract?
No.
It's not a
No.
contract. It's just, I think so, offer.
Offer, yes.
Yeah.
Have you accepted that point?
No.
There always confusion. Maybe one party saying you are in the contract, other saying no, I'm not in a contract. Yes.
Yeah.
And now, how we can make sure? How we can get the document first? We all know PPI. Anybody knows? We all know PPI.
Personal
Payment protection insurance. Couple of people claim as well. Yes. And what was, because of course we signed a contract, payment protection. Why the bank is paying us back? You know, PPI claim, many people claim in the UK, and many millions. Yes.
So so you were saying about the mobile phone that if they were to ask for information regarding an offer, they're obviously not tied into anything, even though they're contracted to that network. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, because if there is an offer and acceptance on the certain packages, then it can become a contract. Maybe I'm saying I'm not in a contract. I ask you information. They post me the mobile phone. I open it and they're saying, no, we not accept your return now anymore. Yes. So what we can do, we can ask SAR. Anybody knows what is SAR stand for? Subject access request. Have you ever requested?
No.
In the UK, we have a right to any information, whatever the information company hold. We can get all either in the electronic form and the hard copies by paying £10, and we need to be filled form is called SAR. If you want NHS file, yes. If you want immigration file, yes. If you want bank, any bank you deal with them in the past, yes. Because the PPI company, they only doing what they are doing. They are getting your SAR, and they are aware of you paid the PPI on the certain account, and then of course they fill the form to be reclaimed the money. That's the only thing, and they keep your 40% money. Okay, so subject access request, whatever the information they are holding, you have a right to ask. Huh? That's meant by. Okay, anybody any question here? Okay, in the law of contract, we need to look around all these points, yes, which we'll go through in the following lesson. So all the terminology there, but we'll carry on doing by lesson. Huh? Okay, so I copied the link if you want to watch it. Yes, what is the contract law, when is how a contract will come, which we'll go through. It's good to be watched. I copied the link. And next we'll look the offer and acceptance, because 1.1 we have offer and acceptance. That's only we need to discuss. Yes. 1.1. A contract can be described as a legal binding, oral or written, which exchange any combination of the goods or the services, money and the property. It is commonly misconception that the contract may be only be written. No, it can be oral contract and is equally acceptable as a written. Contract is a unique, yes, unless is a certain exception apply. Free to agree whatsoever term they choose. This is known as a freedom of contract. So for example, in a buying grocery from the supermarket, you enter into contract for exchange of money and return for the goods. Yes. And this is example of very simple contract. Anybody any question here?
No.
No.
Okay.
When you say when it says 1.1, is this related to our task 1.1?
Yes. This is in task 1 we have a 1.1. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's all about we supposed to. Yes.
So we're trying to get the structure of 1.1 on the slideshow, but obviously have the understanding of what the task elevates.
Yes, that's all. You know, we can link with the scenario.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so we can look around. In offer, we have, of course, their offer and offeree, yes. And we need to be well aware of who is offering to whom in a contract. So all we need to look around, who is offer and is it offer being accepted or not by offer, yeah? Offer and offer, yeah? That's all we need to look around. And then we need to look around the contract, when is being accepted. Okay, then always in first thing do you know the postal rule? Anybody know the postal rules?
No.
We all working, huh? Let's say you're supposed to make a payment to someone, huh? And the due date was, let's say, 30th May, yes? But you post the check on the 29th of May. What do you think?
You would have to have a track. You would have to have some sort of track and evidence for you to back it up.
Yes, because the postal rule says at the date of postage is becoming your contract, yes? If there was already offer and accepted and you post something, yes? So we need to look around those, the rules and the communication. Many communication with the lack of necessary intention thus will not be offered. They may be statements of intention to supply of information or invitation to treat. If you have, let's say, I seen the advert online that was 70% off the price, yeah?
Okay.
When I went to the shop, actually wasn't. They said, no, it's off now, huh? Because that wasn't contract, that was invitation to treat. Yes? Maybe you can counter offer you can give, especially in various, the selling cards. Maybe you say they put 1,000, it's for a week, this will be 1,000. And then you said, no, I'll pay 800. They said, no, sorry. Then you said, no, I will accept it. In the meanwhile, they sold it. And you saying, no, I was in a contract because I said it. No, because they not accept it at that point. First they offer it, but you not accept it. You counter offer it. Your original offer cancelled. Yes. Always we need to look around. Any question? Which will go through scenario. Invitation to treat. So we'll go through this invitation to treat. What is meant by? So we'll look this scenario. Invitation to treat is an indication of the willingness to do business. Yes, it is an invitation to make an offer or to commence negotiation. Is a negotiation stage. Court have considered whether or not communication was an offer. An invitation to treat in a voice or the variety of the circumstances. Good dispatch in the shop window or a shelf. When the book's placed on the shop window, price $7.99, the bookshop owner has made an invitation to treat. When I pick the book and take it to the till and make an offer to buy the book for $7.99, when the person at the till take the money, the shop accepted my offer, yes, and is a contract come in force. Can we cancel the contract?
Yeah, because it's yours.
Yes.
You paid money and you'll have a receipt, so you'll have evidence to back up that you've paid for it.
So they will say, sorry, we don't accept your return.
Isn't there is a cooling period or something cooled on? I just forgot the name.
Yes, cooling off period we can say. Yes.
Cooling off period. Yeah, cooling off period.
Sales Good Act, 1979. Yes. It says good need to be. You bought a book, yes, and the book was, let's say you bought a book for the kids, yes, to read, but your loved one is under 18, yes. And book suggest it is a good for over 18, and now you want to return, and they will say, sorry, we don't want to accept it, yes. So what you will do, under Sales Good Act, anything you buy, if it's not fit for purpose, you have a right to return. Anything you buy, if it's not fit for purpose, you have a right to return. Anybody, any question here?
No, I'm just trying to have an understanding. So I'm
Like-
just reading over.
Like you bought something from online, yes? and they say, this type of thing is electronic thing is fit for, let's say, Virgin Media contract, yes?
Okay.
They offer how many meg? 50 meg? Yes? Speed.
Okay.
And you paid money for this because they advertise you will get everywhere, every part of the UK, 50 meg speed. You accepted this, yes? But actually, when you're not getting, maybe you're getting only 2-3 megs, yes, speed, yes, MB speed. So what will be happen now?
Oh. So, media 15 speed and then
You
a lot
have
more.
a contract, yes?
You're tied into it, aren't you? But then you've got the cooling off period, haven't you? So wouldn't that be part of their procedures?
Yes, let's say another scenario can be, 0845 numbers, and you've bought your mobile purely to call 0845 numbers, huh?
Yeah.
And when you've been offered the contract, they said these numbers are free, yes? Lot of it's happen in this industry, especially, yes? All these numbers will be free, yes? And you have 18 months contract, yes? Let's assume, and after 6 months, they said no more, yes? Or no further, whatever. We are offering these numbers free, yeah? So what you will do now? Are you want to carry on contract, or what are your legal rights as an individual?
Well, you'd be tied into it, aren't you? So
You was tied into contract how long? 18 months, yes?
yeah, so you wouldn't be able to leave.
No, you are entitled to leave the contract because the good is not fit for purpose for you now, yes? Under the service. Because you bought the mobile for use these, yes? They change the section of the contract, any section of the contract. If they change, you have a right to cancel your contract, without paying any penalty.
All right, I understand it now.
Anybody can, yes? Other party can have a fully right to cancel. They normally send you letter and they say how many days, 28 days will give, or otherwise you carry on. I like gas electricity contract or various other contracts. Okay. We have a lot of, here. We'll go through this, if we look like here in this, look there, an advertising in a magazine, yes, stated something is 25, yes, cent each. Now they placed, yes, and later on they are said no. What do you think? Is it become a contract? They change the price or they can change the offer? These are all the case laws. What do you think in this case? These are two case laws, Fisher and Bell, yes? Display made machine, yes? Display is probably be an offer. Advertising in magazine, let's read, yes? What do you think? The advertising was not an offer, but it was only invitation to trade.
Okay.
With the code. In this case as well, next case, yes, case laws. Circulation of the price list by wine merchant, yes, businessman, was not an offer to sell their price, but merely invitation to trade.
So they were only using it as advertisement. Is that correct?
Yes, sometime, they say, you can save up to 70%, yes?
Yeah.
Especially sports direct, yes?
Mhm.
You maybe observe, yes? Is this is just invitation to trade,
Mhm.
It's not a contract, It's not a contract they will provide you. Okay. Next elements we're looking in a contract, element of legal binding. It need to be acceptance, yes. It
Yeah.
need to be consideration. It's something value offered. Yes, contract in exchange something. Yes, it's not a free thing, sir. There is offer, there is acceptance, sir. There is a service being. Yes, that's why you're paying. That's why you agree for. Intention to must be intention of the party to create a legal binding, like marriage contract. Yes, personal agreement are not legal bindings. If there is an agreement by two people to go to the cinema and one does not turn up, the other person cannot sue because there is no intention to create a legal contract. Yes, this is just an intention. Yes, but that wasn't legal. That was the social. Yes, we'll go for food together. Yes, but the other party not term and you want to be claim the money from. It was any business. It was anything exchange between you. You offer an acceptance. Yes. What was the consideration? What was the intention? Yeah?
So
So we,
accept intention to contract.
are you getting me? Yes. Okay. Next, now we can look around capacity. Always you look around the mental. If somebody mentally ill, yes. Somebody is under 18, yes. Yes. Always we need to acting from power to set to be limited by objective of memorandum. Do we know the memorandum of association? Anybody ever heard memorandum?
Yeah, memorandum is normally from organizations or unions.
Yes. When you registered the company in the company house, yes.
Yeah.
You have a memorandum.
To the company's house.
Yes,
Is
you
it
have
just to do the company's house because they can just take you clean? They can just remove you from company's house. So isn't it to do with like a union stance or something? It's to do with that is to like limit the powers on company's house, isn't it?
yes, company house. If when you register the company, you have to give the memorandum of association meant by what you do and where your office will be based. Huh?
Yeah.
And the article of association, who will be responsible for what as a director and sub-director. Huh?
Yeah, I think I've seen one.
Okay, so that's we need to look around the capacity. Then we have a consent to contract. Yes, consent is very important. Yes, must agree in the term and must be both agreed. Yes, sometimes it's very difficult. This is a very gray area. Yes, if you read full contract of any company, maybe you will say, sorry, you're not going to be in a contract. It's such a lengthy. Yes. So, but we need to be legality of, yes, we need to look around. Contract must be drawn, correct legal form. Yes, can be oral, but certain contract must be written. Yes, hire purchase agreement, insurance policies. Yes, that's why it's a legal. It's written. Huh? You're well aware of. Yes, is it you are entitled for the car or what are you entitled? What is the legal cover? What is all about? How much all this need to be? Purpose have to be able legally binding and not involve committing any crime, breaking the law. We need to look around the purpose of the contract to involve somebody in a contract. Okay, then that was the 1.1. 1.2, identify and explain the legal rule applicable to acceptance of a contract. Termination of contract. Can anybody terminate the contract?
No, it has to be an agreement, doesn't it?
Yes, if somebody not fulfill that, other party can. Let's say you said in your CV you're a very qualified person, but actually you wasn't. Huh?
Yeah.
And you said you're qualified this and you've been offered the job, but actually we found later date you wasn't. So the employer has the right to terminate your contract on the basis of this. Yes. So performance, when the parties of the contract have carried out their side of the contract as agreed, very common way contract perform concert when the concert has ended the contract over the between two parties. Yes, like think about no coronavirus. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Various things were agreed that's performed but wasn't performed. Lot of issues going around. Are you entitled to get the refund or not? Yes. So we need to look around the term and condition of the contract. Yes.
Yeah.
And different breach. If one party breach, other party have a right to. Yes.
Cancel. Yeah.
Wrong car of color being yes delivered is a breach of contract. Yes. You order
Yeah.
washing
Yeah,
machine different silver color. Yes.
yeah. It would be a breach of contract. It
So
would be void. You could void it.
yes. So we need to make sure. Yes. We'll go
Mm-hmm.
through.
Sir, I have a question here.
Yes.
If we sign a contract, let's say like a phone contract or any electricity, is it a contract? Is a kind of contract?
It is.
Okay. So then let's say, for example, a telephone bill is £30 or £40 a month, but later they increase the price and they send you a £50 or 40. Is it
Whatever.
breach
Because
of?
when you're in a contract, you have a contractual price. They're not supposed to increase it. Huh? When they
Okay.
increase it, they should write to you, and you have a right to cancel the contract before the end date. Huh? Because they
Okay.
not contract mean you have a contractual price for the certain period of time.
Okay.
After that period, they have a right to increase. Huh?
All right.
Like
Okay.
12 months, your council tax is a fix. Huh? After
Yeah.
12 months, but within that 12 months, normally council can't increase it. Huh?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we need to look around. Then we need to look around agreement in the yes. What was the agreement in the contract? That's a legal binding. Like car garage could not get the particular car for the customer. They had tried all the different the places. Yes. Then both parties agree to end the contract. Yes.
Yes.
What is the frustration if an unforeseen yes events occur like no coronavirus? Yes. Make contract impossible and it is terminated. Yes. Like think about somebody died, bankruptcy and the lapse of the time. You not perform the service. If there is a fire in the garage, yes, and the car are destroyed through not one fault, then the contract could be terminated. It happen in very business. Anybody any question here? We all okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to all go through these, the invitation to treat, offer, acceptance, and legality of contract. Okay, misrepresentation. Please, this can be cancel contract as well. What is meant by misrepresentation?
For instance, if they received the car and it came in a different color, and there was
Yeah.
a document that was already signed that had the details to say the car was black, but when the car was delivered, it was white. So it's a misrepresentation of what the contract states.
Yeah. So we have a right to cancel the contract.
Yep.
Okay. So always keep in mind. Okay. Next, these are all the case laws. Okay. So different case laws we have included in the slide. So it's quite good to be read. Okay. So like issue in this statement, minimum price. Yes. Set an offer. Holding the rule. Merely statement of the minimum price is an invitation to treat. Yes. So maybe we'll say 799 to yes. That's why have you observed the sale people they use the word up to? Yes. What is meant by up to? You can save up to 50%.
Up to, I mean, that is not between, up to 50%, could be 40%, could be 45%.
So it starts from 0 to
Start from
50%.
zero. Yeah.
Or we can say 1 to 0. Yes, 50. It's not definitely you will save. So that's why Virgin Media been fined 25 million pound from the trading standard because they deliver the 50 meg speed. In the reality, it's difficult to be in different location 50 meg speed. It varies speed, yes.
Yeah.
So they said we can up to 50%, yes, up to 50 bags. So they changed the word up to, yes.
Okay.
So that's why we need to be clear when we do something or advertise something. Huh? Invitation to treat, we already discussed. Advertising.
I forgot. Sorry, sir. I forgot the thing about milk. You know that some, you know that some, you know that milk comes in a cardboard boxes, card boxes, milk.
Yes, yes.
Company normally says it's a milk, but it's not a milk. You know, so they just write it's a pure milk, but they can't write pure milk now. Is one of
Okay,
the country like
that
Pakistan.
if it wasn't, yes.
Yeah,
Do
it
we
wasn't.
know
It's just like something I forgot.
ASB and ASA? You know, do we know
Yeah, yeah.
ASB and ASA?
Standard agencies.
No, Advertising Standard Board. No, new name is Advertising Standard Authority. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you can. This is a misled. Yes.
yeah.
So if anything misled, yes, is of course is not a contract. Huh?
Yeah.
And they should be penalized for this. Huh? Okay. Have we? These are all the case laws, please. Quite good to be. So what you can do? We managed to upload one booklet, yes, which is shows all your which is whole booklet. I'll give you booklet. Huh? I'll send you a separate. So I copied some case laws here. One of them, yes. So which we can go through. If you look this case law, which is about, so you can read. Yes, can you quick, if you look here, this was an address, the general public, yes.
Yeah.
And when the offer is accepted upon the member of the general public, advertising for the unilateral contract are generally treated as an offer. Okay, this was the case, yes.
Yes.
Prevent the flu and the pay £100, yes. And they had deposit £1,000 with their banker, yes. And the later what's happened is, yes, they claim in that argument rejected by the court, yes, which held that the advertising did not constitute an offer to the world at large, which become a contract when it was accepted. Huh? So if no acceptance, no. So most recent example here is in this case law, the school has booked yes holidays with the tour operator, and then what's happened is display the notice provided where the holidays and the other travel arrangements have not yet commenced. The time failure the tour operator. So what they happen then? They reimburse the money you have paid respect of your holidays arrangement. The tour operator in this case become insolvent. Yes. Do we know what is meant by insolvent?
Oh, I get it now. So because they've went on holiday prior to the agreement of them being refunded, that they've lost out because they've still no got the resemblance of what the travel and stuff and the intake was. And they've already agreed to it. They've agreed to the money back, the refund. So anything else would have been an added disapprovement.
Yes. So from an offer to the public at large is like that. Yes. Usually a unilateral contract. Huh? So please, we need to look around because it varies in the scenario to scenario. Huh? Okay. Next we can look around 1.3. Assess the requirement of the valid consideration. What need to be in a valid consideration? Contract law is simply exchange one thing value for other things. Yes, 6 elements they must be present by in a contract which we discuss. Yes, consideration, intention, yes, capacity. What make the contract enforceable? An offer made by the promise, yes, and the promisee accepted, yes. Consideration in the form of money and the promise something. Mutuality between the party to carry out the promises, and capacity both parties in the mind and the age, and legality in term of the condition and the Yes, term and condition. So consideration we need to be look around. Yes, we have some case law there. John promised offer to Jamil. Yes, Jamal, so we can look around this and to repair his car. Yes, and accepted is a consideration for the repair as a performance. There is a condition consideration is meet the legality sufficient values. Yes? Party cannot promise to do something where is already a legal obligation to do so. Yes, like will pay you money you spare and repair should be fit for purpose. Yes, you saying you exchange it but wasn't. Yes, police officer cannot collect a reward for the capture and the arrest of something. If we have a dog is lost, yes, something, so we can look around. That can be open offer. Huh? Any question there? So there are different case laws we can further go through. Okay, so bargaining. What do you think? We bargain something, it's become a contract.
Yes, sometimes we can bargain.
John want to take a bike. Yes, take a bike. This yes, and he offers £50 to Jamal in this exchange for the product. And then what's happened? Received the cash. Yes.
He's went into an agreement because he's took the money.
Yes.
So he's agreed to it by participating, by taking the funds.
So what do you think? It's a contract, yes?
Yeah, it's a contract because they're they're negotiating.
So always check after acceptance.
Yeah, there's money in exchange for both parties who bargain and receive a treatment on the bargain. Yeah. Yeah, there's a contract, there's an agreement.
Okay, yes. So really we need to look around all the condition, huh?
Yeah, so he's gave him the money, he's received the bike, and now he's not got money, so, and Jamal's got no, yeah, so it would be a contractual agreement. There's no document there, but there is, I'm guessing when it says money and bank accounts, I'm guessing that there's a mail trail as a reference.
So yes. So really we need to look around those, yes, in that case, yes. So
yeah,
different, we need to make sure we go through the 6 point there. Huh? Is meet there or not, we can argue on this, yes.
The argument being is that the money left the account, but what does the money show as a reference to the bank?
Yes. So that's Europe.
If there's any fault with the bike, has he got enough of a case to say that he wants his money back? There's no element there. There's no documentation. It's verbal on his side, but because the money's left his bank account and it was referenced, Jamal would be the one that wins the case. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So he offered £50 to Jamal, yes, in exchange for the product. Jamal give the bike, yes, to John. On the receipt of the, yes.
Yeah.
So both party bargaining, yes. So John bank account reduced by 50, but receives some new wheels, yes.
Yeah.
So it's no longer. So it's
accepted. It's a deal.
Okay. Yes. So accepted. Huh? Okay. Is it okay? Any question?
No, so far.
Okay. Next, we're looking at M1. Yes, we can look around towards merit. What is the practical benefit of the contract law? So we need to look around. Yes, if you want to work towards yes, factual benefit. Yes, describing consideration in the traditional sense. Yes, promise must be getting more than what was already agreed. Yes. Okay. Why the William Roffrey is important in the debt cases? Yes, in this case law. Yeah. pull two different directions. Yes. So just that the practical benefit could be constituted by the considerations. Yes. Required behind the creditors. Do we know the creditors?
Yes. Just liabilities. I mean that we pay. You know that we have to pay the people, or we just need to collect money from. There are creditors.
Yes. So creditors mean we purchase something. Yes. We owe them. Yes. Those are our creditors. Huh?
Yeah.
So we need to look around this. Yes. So when you look around the practical benefit of consideration, you need to be give the examples. Huh? Yes. Some practical examples, some case laws, which will further refer. Assess the limitation. So we've been given here some limitation, like William was engaged in the rubbish, a block of flats. Yes. Is correct. Yes. So the contract between this and the property owner contain a penalty clause. Yes. You know, sometime if you don't deliver the things, you have to pay penalties. Yes.
Yes.
So William would have to pay the fine in the refurbishment was not completed by the specific date. Yes. William engaged. What do you think in this Corona case? Yes.
So in this, oh no,
You
it's
are-
different. It's different when it's a corona case, isn't it? It's different because
Yes.
that's a more that's not just affecting him. That's affecting everyone.
Yes, because that's
So
not
it's
in your country.
liability.
That's not in your capacity. Yes.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have anything like major incidents tied into a contract for like building work. Say no, nothing. There'll be new contracts that are put in place in 2020 now, but no, not for the time, not for the past.
Yeah. So in the past, maybe in the contract, you will see if any uncontrollable circumstances will happen. Yes. Then maybe we can't meet the deadline. Yes. The clause within your contract. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why very careful that's why the people hire the legal team to make the contract, because it can be very, yes, put your company at risk. So what happened next case, unfortunate in this one.
Running to financial difficulty.
What do you think? Yes, so we need to be always look around.
So he's basically made a second agreement which has been accepted, so they're tied into a contract because both parties have accepted, but there's
Okay.
no clause being put in for a second delay.
Let's look what the court found then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we need to look around, assess the limitation in that case.
Yeah, I need to take some notes. That's quite.
So this slide will be available on Moodle end of lesson. So no need. Okay, so we can look around this. Yes, we have few other. If you want to work for distension, so please go through this. And we have few other facts as well. Few other case. Is maybe in hours time is difficult to go through all. Yes, but we'll start our discussion online forum. So where we can argue in the next lesson as well. Okay. So these are some court judgment, please. Good to go through. This is all about. And what is a contract acceptance offer? Yes. And specific time and reasonable time. Yes. Failure to preconditions. Yes. It can be rejections, counter offer, death if happen, both, and withdraw. Yes. Any sections can be contract eliminated. Okay, next now we'll quickly go through recap how much we know about contract law. So please, let's play a game. And one online link we already set for you to do the quiz, which is on Moodle. Okay, please. Hope so. Okay, please. I'll just click there. So please, if you just type in the search box, yes, just type Kahoot it, please. Can we type Kahoot it?
Just any search box. You mean that or
Google search? Just say Kahoot it. You will see on my screen as well. Yes.
Kahoot, yeah.
And then you type this PIN number, please.
Okay, let's see. Kahoot. Bear with me, I'm loading on my phone.
Is asking for a sign up for free or
no, you don't need to sign up. Just say Kahoot it. Not Kahoot, just say Kahoot it and then enter the PIN, please.
Okay. Kahoot it.
And enter the PIN. It will ask you your name.
Is it one word, Kahoot it?
Yes, one. No, Kahoot and dot. Is a dot there?
Kahoot dot it?
Yes, dot it. Okay, thanks, John. You're there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. The game pin.
Yes, this is 7056842.
Yeah.
Imagine if music played mortgage with 3 or 4.
Yes, please. Okay, enough is there. Who else? We have 2 more. I'll ask him. Okay, no problem. I think so. She can't due to some reason. Okay, can we start now? Okay, on your screen you will see their different colors and you have to pick the color. And we have offer and acceptance suggestion, 1 or more person, another. So what we think, please, you have 18 seconds. Is it claim? Is it suggestions? You have these colors are showing on your screen.
Proposition. An offer, orange. Oh, I got wrong. Shit, an offer is
an offer is a suggestion, 1 or more person. Yes? Is that?
Yeah, press the wrong bloody button, sorry.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. It's just because it's not a quiz. It's just a matter of recapping.
Okay.
What is a standard approved in a contract case? What do you think? Which one will be? Don't worry.
So we're gonna click color, not.
You just click the color. Which one you think?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Okay. When we have a criminal case, yes, you need bundle of evidence, clear evidence to charge somebody. Because here we look around the probabilities, yes, balance of. Was in the contract when you sign it, yes, all that sort of. Who has burden of proof in the contract case? 2 parties, like say, yes, one is a claimant, one is a defendant, yes. Who need to provide the proof?
Oh, see, I'm getting these all wrong. I'm really good.
No, it's a matter of clicking, because sometimes it's so fast. I'm not changing the time. Okay, climate. Yes, if you are the climbing something, you need to provide the proof. Huh? Yes, you have a proof. Yes, the contract wasn't. What I can do, I can get my SAR, get my all file, all the evidence. Yes, when I want to claim it, yes, I can say yes, and they should accept it then. Huh? Okay, next please. Offer must be communicated before it is effective. So what do you think? Is it a true or false? Don't worry, it's just we're just doing for the sake of not a quiz.
I got one right, I think. Is it?
Okay. Yes. So offer must be communicated before it effective, before acceptance other side. Huh?
So that's verbal.
Yes. So
Okay.
that was true. Yes. In an offer sent by post, when it is communicated, when it will be accepted, then
When it arrives, no, it's an offer is sent by post. When is it sent?
offer is there. Huh? When it's arrive. Huh? If you agree or you counter offer, there can be different case. Yeah. Okay.
Tell us what.
Don't worry, don't worry. Just an offer can be 1%. Is only can be 1% offer to can. Yes, well done. Yes, offer can be more than yes.
Mm.
Which of the following ways an offer can end? Is it just one or is it all above? Yes, all, because all these case, yes, offer can be end. When lapse time, yes, counter offer. If you give the counter offer, they can be end. Okay, well done. Next, and request for information is acceptance. If you like, I gave you example. It's false. It's not acceptance.
Oh, what? You needed information before acceptance, like references.
So the method of acceptance must be specified, stated. What do you think? Is it true or false in that case?
No.
It can be oral. It can be written. Huh?
I just pressed that one. It's come false. I don't know.
The
Oh,
method
okay.
of acceptance must not specifically stated. Huh?
Oh, no. All right. Okay.
It can be any. Huh? Okay. Next now. Sorry, it's too fast. I not change the time. I just
Acceptance of the
system pick it up. Okay, for acceptance.
On the right.
Oh, but wrong. What?
Okay, for this was not offered. This was acceptance. Huh? In the previous question, yes.
Oh,
For
so
acceptance, if the letter is sent when it will be effective, yes. We agree. We send it, yes. At the posted date will be counted. So for offer is when you receive it, yes. For acceptance. Okay, other way around. If the letter is acceptance is lost in the post, will acceptance will be applied? What do you think? Because it count the postage, huh?
I just lost my.
Which is yes, true. Huh? It's linked with the previous question. Okay. 12. What do you think? It will be in, it will be post, it will be read. Is an instant, huh? Because email can be instant, huh? That's a bit tricky, huh? Okay, next. Okay, well done. That's both correct, yes.
I don't know how the hell I won, by the way.
No worries. This is just a matter of, because we just want to be the way they ask, the question. Huh? Okay,
It's very like quizzy, like it's quite tricky.
Quite tricky and was quite fast, huh? Which I accepted.
Yeah.
It should give you at least 1 minute. Huh? Okay, so please on our Moodle. So we nearly, it's quite long, So please, is a link there. Huh? So you will see the contract law. So please, there is a one quiz as well. Huh? So you can do in your own time. Huh?
Where's the quiz, sorry?
This is a quiz again about offer and acceptance. Huh? Just offer and acceptance. That was general, yes. That was the specific, please. Huh? Before next lesson, just try. Huh? That will help you to clear the concept. Huh?
So when we go to Moodle, whereabout is it?
You just need to type LMS. Yes, ukversity.co.uk, and you can find under, because you can see your course. Huh? I think so. Raman already sent you the link. Huh?
I opened my Moodle anyway. So.
Okay.
Are you going to send us templates of, like, after this discussion of how you want this piece of work to elaborate? Are you going to send us templates so we have the right format of how you want this to be structured?
No problem. I will send you the template, and we can start our discussion as well. Huh?
Sir, learning management system is the same. Which,
let's finish me this recording. Huh? So then we'll chat. Huh? So let's please, today lesson we learn about what is the offer and acceptance. We discuss about the legality of the contract, what's come under contract. Please, if you have any question, you can drop me email. Yes. And what do you think now? If you rate yourself, you think any point or half point we move around? Yes, in terms of the knowledge. Yes. So you can reflect end of the lesson as well. Huh? So always good to be carry on doing reflection. So today lesson we learn about understanding the principal formation of the agreement, and we discuss the key term in the contract, offer and acceptance. And is in agreement there need to be offer and acceptance. So that's all today lesson. If you have any question, please drop me email. If you're listening this recording on my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk, so I'll get back to you as soon as possible, please. And that's all today lesson, and next lesson we'll go through our LO2. Thank you. Thanks for attending.